Do you really know what you want to achieve really, really specifically? Or it's just, I want to be better, I want more money, I want to be thinner, I want to be successful? What does that actually mean? Why do we need to be specific? Let's find out. Why is it important to be specific when we're looking at anything, goals and that kind of stuff? Well, it's basically, even if you don't believe in the law of attraction, which it doesn't really matter if you don't believe it because it's the law, simple as that. But when it comes down to things and what you want and your plans and goals and that kind of stuff, unless you're specific about what you actually want, it's not going to really happen, is it? Because it's like saying, well, okay, I'm going to save up, I'm going to buy a car. Great, okay. What car? No, just a car. It's gone very dark Sunday. I've come into this area to have a bit more shade from the bright sun, and now it's like I'm in a tunnel of darkness and doom. So when it comes to goals and to-do lists and things like that, you've got to be very specific, because without being specific, it's too vague. You know, I want a house. I want a big house. Well, what's a big house? Technically a house is big because it's bigger than you, unless it's a really tiny house like in Monopoly. Yeah, so a big house is too vague. You've got to be very, very specific, and the more specific you are, the better, because then you can sort of imagine it. You can then get really, really detailed on what you want. So a 5-bedroom house with a double garage and an in-out driveway and 2 bathrooms and a big kitchen with a range cooker with 7 burners, etc, etc. That's the sort of thing you want to be detailing, because then it's very, very specific. If you've got a picture of a house that you want, now obviously not necessarily that specific house, but maybe it is, then have that picture on your vision board, on your dream board, because that's going to help you detail in your mind and solidify that goal and that want and that passion. Because with that picture you're seeing exactly what you want. It's like a car, you know, saying, oh, I want a sports car. Well, what sports car? I want a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a red Ferrari. What size engine? What particular model do you want? What kind of trim do you want? All this kind of good stuff is is the sort of detail you want to be concentrating on when you're sort of looking at your vision of what you want or your goals, and you're writing things down and that sort of things. You've got to be very, 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 very specific. Otherwise it's just too vague and it's never going to happen. That's the problem. So why does it matter? You might be asking, why does it matter about being specific? Surely that's not really relevant, because it's just kind of like a wish list. It's just something you want to do. Well, to a point, yes, it's a good argument, but because we're looking at a goal and an intention, and you're putting out to the universe with the law of attraction that this is specifically what I want, you're more likely to get that, and you're more likely to be more focused on getting that if you are very detailed in exactly what you want, as opposed to just a car, a big house. It's almost like the idea of, which is always said, what gets measured can get improved. So if you're looking to, say, lose weight, as an example, you'll weigh yourself every week or every day or whatever it is. You'll kind of do that on a regular basis, so you can measure how much weight you're losing, and you therefore, you know. So if you say, I want to lose so many pounds, well, by weighing yourself, you know where the target is, and you'll know the journey you're doing along it. You know specifically, I specifically want to lose 10 pounds. For example, rather than I just want to lose some weight, because if you just jump up and down a bit, you probably will lose some weight. Could be some ounces or some grams, but you probably will lose some. Or just go to the toilet, you'll lose some weight. So it's not enough to be kind of vague. You've got to be as detailed as you want with things, and that. If you've seen the film The Secret or read the book, you'll know that I think one of the scenes in there, they talk about kind of wanting a particular sports car or something, and one of the things it suggested is to sort of, you know, imagine you sitting inside that sports car and feeling the steering wheel and almost driving it, and hear the sounds of the engine and smell the leather and just feel the controls and that kind of thing. So you can really kind of connect with it, because one of the biggest things to help you achieve stuff like that is kind of connecting an emotion to a thought. It's not good enough just to sort of go, okay, I want this car, I want this house, I want this job, this relationship, whatever. You've got to kind of attach an emotion to it, so it kind of, you feel it. So when you're imagining or you're picturing or you're just sort of thinking about the sports car, for example, you know, you can smell the leather, you can actually feel the comfort of the seats and the controls and the speed and the engine and all that sort of stuff. And it's also, you know, why not go down to the car dealer that in question and just, you know, have a look at the car, sit in the car, and then you can take those smells, you can take that experience back. So when you're imagining it yourself at home, you've actually got the actual smells of the car, the specific model, and that sort of thing. And that's the kind of thing that helps you to really solidify that vision, because you've then kind of experienced it, and the more you think about that, so you're feeling that experience, and the mind can't really tell the difference between an imagined experience and a real experience once it's gone in. And so the more you do that, the more you do it. I'm so happy and grateful and thankful to the universe for allowing me to manifest this car into my life. And then you're feeling it, you're getting the excitement, you're smelling the leather, etc. Then eventually this is going to come, you're going to manifest this into your life. Back in my lovely favourite park, and this is a part I don't normally come to because I don't really know it, to be honest, but it's stunning. This is sort of lovely hill, there's a sort of fountain back there, and this kind of, I don't know what you'd call that thing up there, but it's like a thing. It's just gorgeous, got gorgeous trees either down almost like a tree lined avenue. So I wanted to share today's idea with you and thoughts about, you know, how being so specific, because it's vital, really is vital for kind of attracting what you want. I just saw some rabbits doing rabbity things like hopping, I guess. That's the thumbnail right there. As you can see how much effort I put into my thumbnails. Bad. Casey would kill me if he knew me, obviously. Just want to make it clear how specific it is. How important it is to be specific when you're looking to manifest things, because if you want to go on holiday, you don't sort of go, okay, I just want to go somewhere. You actually have to book a specific location. Even if you're going, okay, we're just going to make it up and get in the car and drive, you still have to pick a direction, that way or that way. So there has to be some degree of specificity. You have to be pretty specific when it comes to doing anything. So why not your goals? Why be so vague with, I want to be successful, but what does that mean? And it doesn't matter what it means to anybody else, it's what it means to you. So define what that is. Say, you know, to me, I want to be successful, which means I'll achieve, whether it's a list, bullet points, paragraph, doesn't matter. Be specific on what you want to achieve. And then at least, and you can break it down. I said, if it's a car, what colour, what style, what model, it's a house, how many bedrooms, etc, etc. And say whether it's car, success, business, whatever, you know, want my business to grow, want my business to succeed. What does that mean? How do you want it to grow? What do you want to sort of move into a different market? Do you want to start producing different products? Do you want to change the whole way you're doing operations? Do you want to start learning marketing? Whatever it may be specific in your plans, and that will help you 1,000,000,000% of actually achieve them. So that's it for today. I hope you got some value from this. If you have, as always, hit that like button so it's nice and blue. And subscribe if you haven't, I really do appreciate it. And hit the bell notification so you know when I'm recording. No, so you know when I'm releasing a new video. But for now, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.